Okay. Look, so ever since I made the Kagurabachi video, you know what I'm saying, how that's, like the fall of that series needs to be studied. And the other video with Kaiju number 8 saying how it's a plant and it doesn't deserve none of that animation. Or hell, even a game. You see, it's like as soon as I made that video, they made a game for this joint. This man, that series doesn't deserve no attention, no shine. Because it really ain't that good. And I read the manga. So everybody's excuse for those two videos is that, well, it can't be a plant, can't fall off. The manga sale is doing well. Man, don't y'all know just because the manga sells well doesn't mean the story's good? True manga fans, deep down in their chest and heart and they feet, 10 toes, knows, man. The sales only matter when the story's really good. Ain't One Piece the most highest selling manga of all time? What, like over like 500 million copies? We all know that story trash, man. Come on, bro. Y'all cannot tell me, oh, just because the manga sells well, it's a great story. We shouldn't trip. It deserves everything. No, the hell it don't. We need original stories to captivate people. What's the point of having all these sales and no one's going to show up for the season two? Nobody ain't going to show up for Kaiju number 8 season two whatsoever, man. Nobody is. They don't have no reason to. There's no reason. Anybody hyped for Kaiju number 8 season two? I haven't seen not one person say it or even post it. Not one. So why should I be hyped? Why should it get all the attention? Why should it even get a game? Kagurabachi too. If that even comes out with an anime, man, I'm like I said, I already made it. Look, I made a video calling it out. It don't deserve none of the attention it deserves. Come on, bro. Look, we need to pull a Tokyo Revengers on most of these manga series that sells well, but the story ain't great. So how come y'all want to do it with Tokyo Revengers, not do it with other series that I'm calling out? Why not? Why? It don't make no sense. How can I do it to Tokyo Revengers but not do it to Rent a Girlfriend? Oshinoko. One Piece. Someone do the One Piece already, man. Come on, bro. Someone do the Boruto. I done made videos about this throughout the channel. Them sales don't mean shit. The story do. Look, Berserk sold 60 million, right? That's amazing. I'm glad that Berserk has sold 60 million worldwide. And the story's fantastic, a 10 out of 10. So what? It made them numbers. That's cool, correct? So that's when we get hype over manga sales. It's when the story's so gosh dang cold and the numbers go along with that story. Because I've always told y'all, right? The effect of the manga is always going to show for the effect of the anime. You know what I'm saying? It always will. So the story great and people put a little bit of attention to it, it's getting that attention, it's gonna get the attention it deserves. Sure, it's not gonna break One Piece levels because guess what? Shonen, man, look, the whole thing about Shonen though, right, is that generic sells. Shonen, most Shonen stuff is very generic, very bland, generic, like like just straight up white bread. You had no butter on it. You know what I'm saying? No toasted bread, just straight bread. You know, and then, look, there's some bread out there that do taste good, but if you just eat straight up like dough bread with no, but yeah, it's gonna taste a little bit generic and bland. It could taste good to some birds. You know, birds don't have big brains, but they love the hell out of bread, right? You know what I'm saying? So some of these anime fans are like birds. They want the generic white bread with no butter, no toast, and they'll still eat it. So yeah, man. So look, them sales don't mean none though. So this video might be hella short because I can't believe that people would actually would say Kagurabachi and Kaiju number 8 are good because the manga is selling well. But what about your story? What's the point of being invested into something and the story don't mean nothing to you? You can't learn nothing from Kagurabachi and Kaiju number 8. Kafka is not even an inspiration, and that nigga ain't none as a character in the Kaiju number 8. So why should you care? Because the author don't. He definitely don't care. He just making his money. He just feeding y'all birds, man. He just feeding y'all birds with the bread, like at the park. Y'all come get it. Come on, man. So yeah, bro. Look, I just made this video, even though I made a whole video saying to the fans and saying to y'all pretty much that you should look for into story is a bunch of unique things. You know what I'm saying? The story writing, the character depth, the aesthetic, the world building, and all that stuff. You know, especially the dialogue too. You know what I'm saying? Don't look for action. Look for the dialogue and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, Evangelion was the only anime I ever watched where the dialogue and the aesthetic and just the world building had hooked me in before the action did. If a story can do that, it's gonna be a cold ass story. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so shit. Like for example, most people say that Hunter x Hunter, the Hunter exam is pretty boring because it has a lot of talking and dialogue. But if you really think about it and look at it and analyze it though, it's a really cool arc to watch. But I know most people who have read Hunter x Hunter or watched Hunter x Hunter, the Hunter exam ain't the best arc, but it's still something that you can read, watch, and enjoy if you pay attention to what they're saying in the world building and all the extra stuff in the characters. That's why Hunter x Hunter is one of the greatest shonen of all time and one of the greatest stories of all time. Hell, even Naruto took his flow and still flunked and tripped. And when Kishimoto had to write for himself, he went dummy mode and couldn't write shit. Come on, man. Just, just look at him now. Well, man, everything that you see in Boruto, man, he lost his way, man. Look, man, he got to put the pen down. Anybody that get inspired off of Kishimoto, definitely, man, nigga, that series is not good. It's not great at all. But nah, man, come on, bro. Come on, dog. But then if you look at Fujimoto, the guy who made Chainsaw Man, his inspiration is going crazy. A lot of authors have been inspired from him, and they're making well decent stories, and they're even getting animes off it though, right? Like Danzanon, Hell's Paradise, and all that stuff, right? Most of them have been assistants to Fujimoto, or like that brand new manga that just came out. That's called Mad. That's kind of like a Fire Punch inspiration, right? That's kind of a positive influence. But anybody who's been influenced by Kishimoto, their stories didn't really do that good, man. Man, you lying to me. If you're thinking of one great story that got inspired from Naruto, it didn't do that good. Black Clover didn't do good. Shit, man, yeah, man, shit, man. But anyway, so as any true anime or manga fan, or especially a manga fan will know, the manga sells well. The story's not great. It's not going to sell well, or it's not going to be well or be respected within the anime and manga community. That's all I gotta say. But the story's good, even if it don't get a lot of sales. The story's great enough. It's gonna get its respect and maybe it's a little bit of attention. But just having the respect for having a great story is a lot more better than having great manga sales when the story ain't going nowhere. Because think about this though, right? Kishimoto, yeah, I know I keep bringing up Kishimoto, right? Because everyone thinks that Naruto is like the LeBron and Dragon Ball is Jordan, right? But the fact is though that Kishimoto had access to the world, like the world's paying attention to this dude, and he's failing them in every single way with his storytelling. Think about that for a second though. The whole world, you had the whole world looking at you and your storytelling, saying that you a genius, and you failing them like a deadbeat father. Come on, bro. How's this guy still playing? Come on, man. It just tells me that generic sells. That's all I'm saying. So if you ever see a bad series and someone ever brings up, well, the manga sales are doing, stop it, stop it, stop it. Don't even take them seriously. Don't even take them seriously. Even if an anime is doing well in the story's trash, man, don't even take them seriously. The only reason why some anime even do well is because of that opening and that ending song. Like with Demon Slayer, right? We all tune into Demon Slayer because of what? That first opening. We wasn't paying attention because of the first season. Hell no, man, you lying to me. No one paid attention to Demon Slayer until season two. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's all I gotta say. Sales don't matter. Story does. And if something is selling, it's mostly very generic. It's very rare if something that's high selling has a really great story. Like Chainsaw Man, or maybe even, you know what, I can even say this, maybe even Jujutsu Kaisen. Even though after the Shibuya arc, that calling game arc is alright, but since the ending right now is getting all the attention it deserves, I hope the author does not mess up on the ending. That's all I gotta say. So, because remember, everyone got on Isayama for Attack on Titan. Now the Attack on Titan ending wasn't all that bad. I felt like he should have just had more time, you know what I'm saying, where every character had his own proper ending. Every character should have had their own chapter. Then he should have ended though, right? Like for example, Connie never got to meet his mom, right? Since the Titan Gene was gone, she would have turned back to a normal human being. You know, Connie was all about his mom, but we never got to see that though. So I hope with Gege, what I'm saying, the guy who made JJK, I hope he don't rush the ending and just take his time with the ending. You know what I'm saying? So even if the final battle was done with, take your time to develop the characters and then end it. I hope so. But other than that, if the story's great, it's great. If it sells well and the story's great, that's fantastic. That's an A+ in the manga community. But if your manga story is trash and get the sales up, that's a plant to me, and you deserve no attention. And that's just facts right there.